Hi Capricorn, welcome. So Capricorn, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to go into the spiritual general messages first. Then we're going to go into the you versus them love reading. I'm time stamping this January, and yes, I know it is the end of January, but my readings are timeless. That is just a timestamp to let you know when I recorded the reading. But I just trust that whenever this finds you, that's when it's for you. So let's go ahead and get into it. So Capricorn, I wanted to make a reference towards Cancerian energy. Some of you are connecting with Cancerian energy, or maybe could connect with the Cancer reading that I just did last week, I think. That's the first message I got when I was in the meditation. You may also have Cancerian placements in your chart, and or it may just be an influence right now. So to me, Cancer energy is very family oriented, very homebody, very emotional type of energy. It can be very sensitive, but can also be very moody. So, wait till your mood lifts, by the way, before you make any big decisions or communicate things. That was also a message that came through in that reading. And then you also have the house of the fifth house here that came out when I was talking. This is Leo energy, could also be connecting with that. And this is talking about entertainment, creativity, having a little bit more fun, a little bit more playful energy is what you really need here. A little bit more humor, a good laugh goes a long way, right? Like sometimes things feel so serious, and with that Cancerian energy showing up, it does feel a bit serious, okay? And so sometimes the answer is just to let loose a little bit, allow yourself to back away from things that are really paining you or really giving you a sense of concern, and allow yourself to relax, to give yourself space to care about yourself and care about how you feel, right? No matter how serious life gets, there's always a way that you could infuse love and joy into your circumstance, right? So let's see what else we have coming through here. And you know what? Now that I think about it, the Cancerian reading was pretty heavy. Even if you don't have Cancer placements in your chart, I would still at least watch the first part of it, as it may resonate with you. And I'm also getting the song by Jelly Roll, I'm a Lost Cause. And so if that song resonates with you, definitely check that reading out. All right, so you have new vision here, the mind and aloneness, which is which is everything I just said except in cards, right? So this new vision card is all about creativity and allowing yourself to escape reality in a way by imagining how things could be as opposed to how they currently are, right? Which is how you manifest improvements in your life, is by giving your focus to the wanted as opposed to the unwanted, or maybe even what you're currently experiencing, right? As children, we understand this. We use our fantasy, we use our imagination quite a bit. But as we become adults, it's harder and harder to tap into that part of ourselves, to tap into that knowing we come here with as children. But they are encouraging that there seems to be something new on the horizon here, but you may not be seeing it right now. This is a really messy energy. Look at this card, right? It looks painful. It's overthinking, overstressed, overwhelmment. Maybe needing some alone time, okay? That introversion energy, homebody energy coming through to clear your mind, right? Some of you have a vision for something that you want, or something that you want to be for yourself, but it's like, in order to do that, it feels damn near impossible, right? Some of you, it feels like you'd have to reprogram the whole world, but Spirit is saying you don't have to reprogram anyone else, but you can reprogram your own mind. And it starts with meditation. It starts with giving yourself space. It starts when you start to understand that your emotions are guiding you, and when it feels tense, that's when you need to back off that subject or that thought. It's about relaxing. It's about seeing the humor in things. And that's kind of how you reprogram your psyche, but it's also how you change your vibration, which your vibration matters a lot because your vibration is determining how your life is working out for you. Okay, so let's see, Capricorn, what else we have coming through. I also feel a little exhausted. So I felt that again in the Cancerian reading. This round of readings in January has been by far one of the most difficult rounds I've had in a while. I think it's in the collective, just, you know, things being very intense, but I also feel very drained in almost all of the readings. So I don't know if you can relate to that, but January has been a really difficult month for a lot of people. Right? And usually this is a month we celebrate, right? Because I'm Aquarius, you're Capricorn, but I have Capricorn in my chart. This is our birth month. This is usually our time to shine. And some of you may have really not felt that, you know, this year, or there might have been a little bit of a lackluster around it. So let's see what else. We have King of Cups, Knight of Wands, and the Sun card. So yeah, very emotional energy, very hesitant though, guarded. You may have found yourself being very guarded emotionally when it comes to a certain person or other people. I heard owner of a lonely heart. Some of you might have felt a sense of aloneness or maybe wanted alone time, right? It's interesting to me that you have the Sun card here. So it's like, what are you waiting for here, Capricorn? There's something that I feel you're on edge about, and yet you kind of hold yourself away from truly tapping into this, from truly allowing yourself to be as happy as you can. Some of you, it's because you have an image or a projection that your happiness is somewhere out there, somewhere in the future, somewhere in a future version of you or a goal that you have. And a lot of people make this mistake where they postpone their own happiness because they're waiting for some sort of future event, you know, something to change within them so that they can like themselves, you know. It's like, I'm not going to like myself until I am the weight I want to be, right? But it's like, you're never going to get to the weight you want to be if you don't like yourself first, right? It's like, we think that like, okay, yeah, I'll be happy when this works out or I do better at this. And it's like, no, if you hold yourself in a state of forever not feeling good about yourself in the now, you cannot even bridge the gap between now and the future state that you think you're waiting for. Like, you have to be able to bridge that gap right now by feeling as good as you can about yourself in your current state. Regardless if what you're currently living is exactly what you want, but you cannot get there from there. It's called acceptance. It's also called being present in the now and understanding that we're only ever living in the eternal now, right? So if you can't find a way to feel good right now, you're not going to feel good tomorrow either, or the next day, or the next. Because tomorrow is determined by what you do with your vibration today. So if there's something you've been postponing, particularly if you've been postponing feeling good about yourself or being happy because there's something that you think needs to happen before you're allowed to allow yourself to feel good, take that out of your mind, Capricorn. That is a self-limiting belief. Allow yourself to be happy right here, right now, without any improvement, and with the faith that the improvement will come through your good feeling space, because then you'll be a match to the solution you're looking for. So let's go a little bit deeper. What else for Capricorn? I keep hearing that song. I'm a lost cause. Baby, don't waste your time on me. Damage beyond repair. I think it's, he says, I'm damaged beyond repair. I've wasted my hopes and my dreams, or something like that. And you know what I think is really ironic about that is Jelly Roll, if you're familiar with him, wrote that when that was true of his situation, but it is no longer true of his situation now, is it? Now he's a shining bright light. You know, I think he's a really good representation of what somebody who lived life in a disaligned state looks like when they then become aligned, you know, when they then know their worth and the value that can bring to others is phenomenal, right? Because we do not teach by our words, we teach through our life, we teach through our experience. And so he's a good representation of turning desperation into inspiration, right? And it was through his own vibrational changes that came about. I don't know why I'm going into that, but I feel like it relates, okay? I wonder what Jelly Roll's zodiac sign. I know his wife is an Aquarius. I think he's a Sag, actually. Anyways, okay, so the Fool, the Two of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Now, this is what's showing up in the emotional space. So, again, there's that sense of uncertainty, unease. Should I go in this direction? Should I go in that direction? Should I give this a chance? Should I not give this a chance? You know what I mean? Like, I feel that you might be having difficulty, you know, hearing your higher self or listening to your intuition, but the energy is thick right now, guys. So don't take it personal. I feel everybody is feeling this. There's that hesitancy there of not really being sure if you're doing the right thing or what direction is the right direction to go in. But the message here is that you already created the vision of where you want this to go. And Spirit has already aligned the path of least resistance to get you to where you want to go. And your job right now is to alleviate this pressure you're putting on yourself to figure it out, to know it all, to be something that maybe you don't really feel or that you don't really align with. Like, to really just let yourself off the hook, okay? If you're going to think about the past, think about the good times. Because I feel that there is a little bit of a nostalgia showing up in the energy as well. Some of you, this might be pertaining to children, quite literally, or something to do with your childhood, but take it as it resonates. It's just, it seems that you're on the fence here. Let's see what else. The Ten of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Emperor. So this is beautiful though, because I feel like we're ending this on a positive note here, where if you just give it a little bit of time and space, things are going to clear up and they're going to become quite evident to you what is on your path. I feel like this is like kind of holding yourself away from feeling as good as you can feel, and then the moment you like let go of that or give up on something, I don't like the word give up. When you release something, all of this beautiful energy comes through. Things start making sense. Emotional fulfillment is here. Things moving forward, feeling more in control, okay? There could be love and adoration coming in from your family, your friends, and or you could just be in a more loving space yourself and really enjoying your life and your environment, which, you know, the source is always looking at your life with amazement. Your higher self, no matter what you're experiencing, no matter what your opinion is, your higher self is always looking at you through the eyes of love and feels love for you and views your life as a blessing that is unfolding to you and for you. And it's like the more you can get into alignment with that, Capricorn, the better you're going to feel. And I heard the better off you're going to be, because that's going to align you with your highest vibrational self, which is where all the good stuff comes from. That's where all the good feelings come from. That's where all the good moments come from, is your higher self, that God source energy that flows within you. But because you have free will, you have the ability to set your dial wherever you like. If you want to dwell on the negative, if you want to fill your body with concern and anxiety, you have the ability to do that through your mind and your practiced focused thought. But you don't have to. You could think any thought that you want. You could move your mind away from it. You could train yourself to be a deliberate focuser and align yourself with the higher source energy, and your life experience will greatly improve, if not drastically improve, almost immediately. And so it's about you, and where do you want to keep your focus? On the things that you're not sure about, on these insecure thoughts? You're going to hold yourself away from being happy? Or are you just going to take the chance of just letting yourself be happy right now by appreciating where you're at right now? Some of you have an opportunity here to really connect with loved ones, children in specific being highlighted as a source of love and adoration and inspiration here, even though I feel at the same time a source of stress, but it's all in how you perceive it, right? And or it could be family that is here or showing up, friendship. Some of you, it is a partner, things just working out for you in that arena. But you got to be a cooperative component, right? You got to be in a space where you are also wanting to love yourself in your life and to push past whatever this is that has been feeling really heavy to you. But I feel this empowerment coming through. I feel you kind of moving forward and being brave. And it's not even really about bravery so much as it is about just being yourself. You know what I mean? And like just truly appreciating your unique self, Capricorn. And then having a little fun with it. So let's see. Now, I am going to go into the you versus them. There's one additional message, but some of you could be dealing with someone, by the way, side note, who's on the fence, okay? They themselves are on the fence, and you may be unaware of this, but I feel like they are coming to some sort of conclusion and coming forward here in a more confident way about what it is that they want, okay? It says, I can attract relationships that agree with my desires. People are not finding it difficult to find the mate of their dreams because that person is not out there, but because of their own contradiction to their own desires and the thoughts they offer about the subject every day. When you consistently offer thoughts about your future relationship that feel good while you think them, that means you're constantly matching the desire that you've discovered as you have lived life. And under those conditions, only someone in agreement with that will come to you. Wow, really interesting as we get ready to go into the love part of the reading. So I'm really interested to see where this is headed next. And let's go into the you versus them. I'll see you in just a second. And welcome back. So Capricorn, now we're going to go into the you versus them reading. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Don't mind my wobbly table. I can't help it. I always get a comment about that. Anyway, sorry. I'm going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it is a general reading. Roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip them if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, yada, yada, yada. For most of you, it's going to be about an intimate partner, but not all of you. Some of you might resonate with a family member, a friend, a child, you name it. So let's get into it and see, Capricorn. You have the card of rebirth. So this is more Leo energy. Some of you may definitely be dealing with Leo or have that in your chart. But it actually talks to me about this more scorpionic energy of like death and transformation. And when I say death, I mean the ending of a cycle, not physical. Like completions, things changing from one form to another. And that could be in career, it could be in relationships, you know, changes coming through that sector, or you could just be going through your own rebirth, your own personality transformation. And I actually got the word transplant, which is really interesting. This person has the card of know nothingness. So, I heard blank stare. I don't know if that's something you do or they do when they turn their mind off, or, you know, like, if you get a blank stare from this person, that's a weird message. Take it or leave it. But usually what I get from this card is like this person may be in this space where they're trying to figure things out themselves, you know, maybe even having difficulty feeling out their own self. So let's look at the recent past, Capricorn, and then we're going to look at how you both feel in the now, how you're seeing each other. Oh my, how long has my hair been sticking up? The whole reading? Jeez Louise. Sorry, anyways. How you both feel underneath it all, and then the most likely outcome. ADD. Woo. Okay. All right, here we go. Recent past for my Capricorns. The Wheel. See what else? I saw that song from the first part of the reading in my head. The Wheel, the Four of Wands, and the Empress. So when it comes to this connection in the recent past, I feel like, you know, there was a lot of lessons learned, right? As it comes to people in general, but also this connection. I also heard friendships. So it could have all been like one combined thing. Like across the board, learning lessons in relationships, like just in general. But I actually feel like you being at peace about this, you coming to peace with things, taking better care of yourself, and actually growing you and developing you as a person. So whatever the lesson was, I feel that you have learned it. So let's see this person's recent past. The Empress. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to get away from that Jelly Roll song. Okay, this person has the Empress, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like this person is in this space where they kind of get in their own way, right? Like they want to take better care of themselves. They are also going through their own growth and development, but they let their negative thoughts get the best of them. They often feel like a sense of disconnectedness, and I also heard disassociation, okay? I feel like there's a lot that this person is really needing to take the time to think about, not just when it comes to the connection, but also when it comes to themselves. So let's see how you are seeing each other in the now. How does Capricorn see this person? Four of Cups. Four of Cups, the Chariot. Wow, lots. Whoa, 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 whoa. Six of Wands. The Star and the Moon. It's beautiful. It's interesting to me, Capricorn, because there's this sense of a loneliness here, okay, or this detached type of energy, but I feel like you were kind of missing the point, right? You know, as opposed to seeing like how this could fulfill you, or as opposed to seeing like the good in something, you were like kind of focused into the areas where maybe you were missing out, you know, maybe even hyper focusing on the things that like this person was missing, as opposed to all the characteristics they do have that they bring to the table. Or maybe this person was doing that to you. Take it as it resonates. I just feel like a sense of like missing something, like missing the big picture here. But I actually feel you moving forward, and this is to complete success. The star is healing. It is also wish fulfillment, and paired with the moon, this is a really powerful energy here. So I actually feel, Capricorn, that for you, it's kind of like all steam ahead towards your wishes, towards your desires, towards something coming to fruition that not only have you dreamed about, you have hoped for, you have prayed for, and finally overcoming this kind of meh type of vibe where you felt like you were missing something. Some of you may view this person as like a guiding light for you, somebody that inspires you. You may see them as successful, as aligned to you. And of course that can be vice versa. So let's see how this person is seeing you. Came out at once. Wow, very interesting. So I feel like this person sees you as quite independent here, okay? King of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Two of Swords. But yet at the same time, when it comes to your emotions, indecisive, on the fence, a bit guarded. And that's interesting because I picked that up in the spiritual reading as well. So I feel like, you know, this person is comfortable with you as well, Capricorn. So I feel that there is a sense of comfort around the connection where you or they feel comfortable to be themselves. This person is comfortable with the fact that you have your own goals and your own desires, but they do feel a little insecure about what it is that you really feel, because I think you're hard to read, or maybe this person feels like maybe you don't know how to feel, and there's a bit of like this guarded defensiveness energy coming off as well. So let's see underneath it all how you're feeling, Capricorn. The Magician. The Nine of Swords. The King of Wands. I'm a lost cause. Okay, who feels like the lost cause? Nobody's a lost cause, okay? But I cannot get away from that song. You're not a lost cause. Okay, the Magician, the Nine of Swords, the King of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, so, you know, there's some ego here. There's some pride here. There is some holding on to things. There is a sense of anxiety, fear. It doesn't feel like you're manifesting this, but you are manifesting this, even if it is pulling this out of the other person, because the Magician is right here. So why would you do that to yourself? And, you know, the truth is, you're not trying to do it to yourself, but you can't help yourself, I feel. For whatever reason, it's just right now, the energy being so intense and dense, it's maybe very easy to go into this more anxious space. But it's weird because it's like, in a weird way, it's motivating you actually to want better for yourself, to want to feel good, you know. So I heard sick of this shit. Some of you are sick of feeling like this, or sick of this shit. I'm sorry. I can't get around that saying. Excuse my French. And yet you hold on. Yet you hold yourself in place. And you're not going to be able to hold yourself in place too much longer here, because I feel you being called in a new direction. So let's see what this person is feeling underneath it all. Death and Rebirth. Three of Wands. This person has a new vision. So I feel like this person has went through some big transformational changes here that is pointing them, you know, towards their next chapter. And what I feel that they're really wanting in their heart of hearts is for things to come together, a sense of emotional support, reconciliation if there was an ending here, a sense of connection, a sense of things coming full circle. It's a very hopeful energy. It's very lighthearted as well. And kind of very different than what I was feeling in yours. I felt a lot more angsty or like trepidatious energy in yours, where for them I feel this more hopeful type of vibe coming through, you know, really wanting that sense of union or connection. So let's see where this is headed for Capricorn. Your cards are flying. Ooh. So you have the Lovers too, which again is a sense of union, sense of connection, soulmate energy. And at the same time, you feel heaviness around it, emptiness, a lack of sincerity, really. Okay, some of you it's to deal with a lack of sincerity, whether that's coming from you or them. Hold on a second. This is so different than what I'm feeling on their side. Let me get their cards and then I'll talk more. Where's this headed for them? The Hierophant. King of Cups. What in the world? Okay. I feel you being on two very different pages here, Capricorn. And what's really interesting to me is how vastly different it is. So for you, it's like things just feeling like heavy and like you're not getting what you're giving. I heard beggars can't be choosers. Take it or leave it. And it's about this connection, I feel, but take it as it resonates. This person is like in this hopeful energy of like things are improving, things are getting better. They're clearing their energy. They are wanting to feel more of a sense of togetherness, family, connection, completion. It's like, so this person is focused more, I guess, like on the bright side, and you seem to be more heavily influenced by the not so bright side. It's partly because of where you're giving your focus, but some of you, you know, I'm not here to tell you how to feel. You feel that way for a reason, okay? So take it as it resonates. But it definitely is an imbalance here in the way that you're seeing things and the way this person is seeing things. And I'm just going to get one clarifier as to maybe why that is. Because you don't trust this. You're having a hard time listening to your intuition about this. There's skepticism here. You're even being your own worst skeptic, you know. And if you watch the spiritual reading, the advice on how to get around or this or how to get more clarity is all through that spiritual reading about kind of backing away from a situation so that you can see a little bit clearer where you might be getting in your own way here, Capricorn, by not allowing yourself to feel good. And that sounds funny because I feel like some of you are like, I want to feel good. It's not me not allowing it. It's the circumstance. And I'll feel good when the circumstance changes. And Spirit is saying the circumstance will change when you learn how to feel good. The universe responds to unconditionality, not conditions. And I don't mean like that you necessarily need to feel good about this specific connection. I'm just saying like in general, finding a way to get back into that good feeling space and all else will follow. So, wow, really interesting. And at the bottom of the deck, here's your happiness, the 10 of Cups. So it's here for you, Capricorn, and on its way to you. So let's see what the guidance is then for this part of the reading. Our opinions about our children can influence their behavior. That's interesting because I got a message about children in the spiritual reading. The more you see things in your child that you do not want to see, the more of that you will see. And so the behavior that you elicit from your child is more about you than it is about your child. This is actually true of all your relationships though, not just your children. But since you think about your children more often than you do maybe others, your opinion about your child plays a greater role in its behavior. Wow. Very interesting. I'm actually going to put that to side because I need to read that one twice. Okay. This one says, I'm a vibrational being. Okay. You live in a vibrational universe that is managed by the law of attraction. And so it's important for you to acknowledge that you are a vibrational being, constantly emanating vibrational signals of desire. And when from your human form you offer a vibration about what you want, because you know what you don't want, so you know what you do want, you cannot contemplate any subject without equal components of wanted and unwanted appearing in your experience. Wow. So really beautiful and interesting. And like I said, I'm going to put this one to the side. Guidance cards. I don't think I've ever gotten that one before. And what an interesting and great reading. I hope that it helped you and it resonated. Zodiac signs you could be connecting with or in your own chart. I've got Gemini. I felt a correlation between this reading and the Cancerian reading. Check it out. But I also have Pisces, Aquarius, Cancer energy here. Taurus, Gemini again, Scorpio, Pisces again, and Taurus again. Those are and Leo. Those are the primary signs I'm seeing, but it's a general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, because I do have videos over there. But otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Capricorn. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.